Hi there, welcome to my channel. So we're going to do day 3 of the Bootcamp challenge. You're going to need some weights. It's optional. You can choose the weights that work for you. They can be light or heavier. These ones are 2K. You can always do 1.5 kilograms if that's easier, or you can still do the workout without weights. It's really up to you. Choose the level of workout that works for you. We're going to go straight in today, so make sure you've done a quick warm-up before we start. So if you have to go back to the beginning to make sure you've done a warm-up, please do that. Make sure you don't have any trip hazards around you. I've just got my weights. I have got a small bit of carpet that I'm going to use because we're going to do some side planks, which you may find just to give the joints a little bit of cushioning for when you're going down on the floor. We're doing 10 exercises. We're going 45 seconds work, 15 seconds breather, and we're repeating those round twice, okay? So quick blast, get that body moving. Bit of work for all of the body. So we're ready to go. Make sure you've got water if you need it. And we're going to start with exercise number 1. So exercise number 1 is going to be 45 seconds squat. Remember to bring your bottom down towards your heels, keep your chest lifted, and we're going to go 45 seconds. Here we go. So bringing that bottom up. Be mindful that you don't lock your knees. Keep that chest lifted. So if you want help with avoiding locking your knees at the top, when you come right up to the top, just miss that last millimetre, and that will help you avoid locking the knees at the top. It's quite easy to want to just jar up at the top. We're going to protect our joints. So down and lifting up through the hip flexors, using those bottom muscles. Fabulous. So just 45 seconds, waking up those quads, those big thigh muscles. Our feet are shoulder distance, toes pointing forwards. That's a 15-second break. Lovely. Let's hold it there. Okay, we're moving on to a tricep extension. So I'm going to get my weights. I'm going to pop the timer down here. We've got 2 seconds coming on the side here. So pressing back into those bat wings. Did we say bat wings? No way! Pressing back into the back muscles behind the forearm. Really strong. Again, the same principles apply with those elbows. We're avoiding locking them at that far point. Keep that pelvis nicely stacked. Now again, you can use lighter weights. You can go without weights if you want to. Choose the level of exercise that works for you. We're looking for strength and muscle development here, but working carefully, building yourself up gradually. How many more seconds have we got? Oh, only a few. 1 more second. Lovely. Safely pop your weights down. We've got a 15-second breather, and we're moving on to some jacks. So 2 options. You can do a full jack, or you can do a single jack, like so. So choose what's right for you. I'm going into a full jack. Make sure that you get those heels down, plant them. Strong joints. Only 45 seconds. We can do this. We're on exercise number 3. Keep it going. Keep those feet planted. Come back to neutral. Take it down to a single half jump if that's better for you. Breathing nice and steadily and easy. Keep that going. Fabulous. There's your break. Okay, we've got a 13-second break. We're going into our side plank. So here comes in my bit of carpet. Now, remember, we're going to do one side this time round and one side the second time around. Coming down onto the elbow. Oh my goodness, come on. Let's go. So, remembering you're lifting your waist off the floor. Don't use these shoulder shoulders. Your shoulders are just the support structure. The work is coming from the waist, lifting the hips off the floor. No, I can't see the timer. Hold it there. So obviously next time round we'll do the other side. So remember which side your feet are pointing. So you remember to do the other side next time. Okay, hold it there. Fabulous. Breathing nice and steadily. Keep that tummy engaged. Keep those glutes locked in. We're on fire. Okay, have a breather. So, moving my bit out of the way. Moving on to standing oblique crunch. So we'll start with a lower impact version. Side crossing over the body, elbow to opposite knee. Here we go. So this is the lower impact version. Try and keep those elbows wide so that you get more work going into the obliques. You're less likely to be exercising the shoulders, which is what you're more likely to do if you talking and exercising at the same time. Keep the elbows wide, otherwise you're exercising the elbows if you're just bringing the elbows towards the knee. We're working the waist and the obliques. Fabulous. And next time round, when we're nice and warm, we'll do the high impact version. So again, choose the option that's good for you, the low or the high impact version. So next we're moving on to butt kicks. Again, you can do the low or the high impact version. So kicking the bum like so. Here we go. So low impact version I'll do. Those of you who want to go into the high impact version, you can add a little jump to it. Here it is. So putting the hands here just to protect the bum. Only 45 seconds. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Fabulous. Keep that going. Brilliant. You're doing a marvellous job. So if you want to take it low, this is low. Still working those hamstrings. Getting that work into the quads as well. Or high. Choose what works for you. It's your workout, remember? I don't know what you've been doing. You may have been doing some crazy stuff and you need to take it easy. You may be recovering from injury. So do the exercise level that works for you. Okay, we're going into a lunge with a lean over to this side. So remember which side you're using. I'm lunging this leg forward, this leg back, drop the knee down, come down to the side. You can have a weight if you want to here. We're leaning this side. Here we go. So keeping the hips nice and stabilised. It's the upper body that's mobilising. Again, if you want to have a weight here, by all means do. Whoa! So I'm keeping my left leg forward so that I remember to use my right leg on the next round. Only 45 seconds. So again, this is low impact. You want to protect your joints. This is really good at exercising, keeping those joints moving, using those muscles, keeping them strong, but getting a really good workout. So next exercise, getting your weights, is a hammer curl into a shoulder press. Here we go. So I'm holding the ends of my weights like so, coming up to a curl and then pressing to the ceiling. And then down. Again, remember, don't lock those elbows. Keep them soft and strong. Lovely. Coming back to midline, pushing up to the ceiling, keeping the pelvis in neutral. Be careful not to arch the lower back here as you extend up towards the ceiling. Hammer curl, lift. Really focus in. Fabulous. Lower down. Excellent. Brilliant. Getting warm here. Okay, let's pop those weights down and put them here out of the way. We're moving on to number 9, which is a forward lunge alternate side with a squat. Just moving that out of the way, starting with the left. So forward lunge, come back, and a squat, go to the other side lunge. Forward lunge and a squat. Other side. So alternate forward lunge, nice squat. Now I'm really feeling the muscles getting warmer, so if you want to get into a deeper squat, by all means do, but remember to keep the bottoms going down towards the heels and the chest lifted in that squat, lifting up the heel behind you as you lunge forward. And you know, think about keeping those knees in line. Have a look at what they're doing. Are they waggling back and forth? Do you need to focus on getting those knees stabilised? Maybe. I think that's a good idea. Okay, have a little breather. Stop yapping. Next one is a side leg raiser. This is number 10. So I'm doing left. Make sure you do alternate sides so you're nice and even. This leg to start with. I'm going to take my hands to my temples and I'm going to lift and lower. So we're lifting and lower. If you need to toe tap the floor in the centre here, whoa, by all means do. It's a balance challenge too. You know, if you want to do alternate tapping the floor to challenge your balance, great. Please go ahead, it's a good idea to build in that balance challenge gradually. 45 seconds on the same leg. Keep that going. Suddenly it's very warm in here. So this is number 10. We've gone all the way around. Give those legs a bit of a shake out. We're going to repeat it all again. Going back to number 1, which was a squat. Now, I'm warm now, so I'm going to go much, much deeper into that squat. But again, it can be as big or as small as you want it to be. Here we go, let's go. And I'm going a bit deeper. Remembering with those knees, don't lock them at the top. You want them to be strong. Really focusing on keeping those knees in line with the hips, keeping the chest lifted. If you prefer to keep your hands together like so, that's good too. If you'd like to challenge, adding holding onto a weight or holding a weight here, that's good as well. Excellent, again. Plenty of options to make this workout a perfect workout for you. 3 more seconds and we'll have a 15-second break. Fabulous, okay. Coming up to standing, we're going into our tricep extension. So here are the weights. Come on this side this time. So we're pressing back into that muscle at the back of the forearm. Here we go. So keeping that pelvis locked in neutral, glutes engaged so we've got good posture. Lovely back with now to this. That tummy strong, pelvis in neutral. And smooth out the edges of the exercise so you're really not locking those joints. Nice. Protect these joints. Stupendous. We're nearly there. Let me just check 12 seconds. Oh, did I say nearly? Nearly. Excellent. 3 seconds to go. Fabulous. If you need to grab a drink in the meantime, please do. We're rattling on. We're going into jack. So it can be a half jack, like so, or it can be a full jack. You know, work at your level. If you want to ham it up, let's do it, let's go. So, only 45 seconds. Bit of a cardio workout, this one. Get that heart rate up there. Reach high. Soft on those feet. Light, light, light. I don't want to hear anything. It's got to be really light on your feet. Keep those heels planted. Only 45 seconds. We're doing a fabulous job. Keep that going. Keep smiling. Oh yeah. Almost there. Come on, Bleeper, there it is. 15 seconds. Move those legs. Right, side plank. Can you remember which side you were on? That's my little microphone thingy. Okay. I'm bringing my little mat down here. My legs are on the other side now. Elbow down, side plank. Remember, don't rely on those shoulders. Lift up from the waist. Hold it there. So the strength is coming here rather than jacking up with the shoulders. If you'd rather do a lighter version, by all means bend the knees. Keep the body straight though, but bend from the knees and do a half side plank. How come these still exercises are really challenging? Oh, hold it there. It's very, very warm. Woo. Now going. Oh, I can feel myself dropping. Hold on to it. Okay, have a breather. Lovely. 15 seconds. Move the mat. What are we into? Butt kicks. Oh no, let's not raise the head. Good gracious. We're doing standing obliques. Now, remember we did the low impact. You can add a jump if you want to. Here it is. So again, keeping the elbows as wide as you can, so you focus the exercise into the waist. Lovely. Bring the knee up to the opposite elbow. Just a quick reminder, this is the low impact version. Again, work at your own level. Woo! It's really warm. Woo! Keep that going. We're almost there. Get into that waist. Pull it in. Woo! Almost there. Hold it there. We're having a breather. Okay, butt kicks. Really fun here. Butt kicks, 45 seconds. Here it is. So lower impact without the jump. Add in a jump if you want to. Here we go. So keep those quads nice and long. Pointing towards the floor. Just see how long we've got. So we've only got 4 more exercises to do. You're doing an amazing job. You want to go round in a circle, you can, depends on how much space you've got. Woo. So we can do a lunge with a lean to the side next. So I hope you've remembered which side we're doing. Have a breather. Right, so I lunged forward on my left leg. I'm going to lunge forward with my right leg this time. Let's find that position as if I've got a weight. If you want to, lock that waist in, lean over this side. Here we go. So think about stabilising through the hips, strong core muscles, driving down into it. Lovely. Ooh. It is a challenge. It's good. Almost there. Halfway, in fact. Leaning into it. Cool. Oh gosh. 2 seconds. We fall over on the last one. Ooh. Fabulous. All right. Okay. So number 8 is the hammer curl. Here are the weights. So, standing with feet shoulder distance. Hammer curl, shoulders press to the ceiling. Keep that pelvis in a really good posture. So, pushing down, bring up into that hammer curl, reach to the ceiling. Down, up, reach, down, reach. So shoulder press to the ceiling halfway there. Let's go now. Reaching. And again, with those elbows, keep them strong, avoid locking them. Exercise number 9, we're almost there. It's that alternating forward lunge with a squat in the middle. We start with this leg. Here we go. So forward lunge, back to centre and a squat. Same again. Forward lunge, and squat. Forward lunge, center squat, forward lunge, center squat, forward lunge, center squat, forward lunge, center squat. Keep that going. Forward, I'm just checking, we've got 15 seconds left. Keep it working. Forward lunge, squat in the centre. Forward lunge, weight in your heels. Keep that chest lifted. Last squat for good measure. Lovely, shake those legs off. We're doing an amazing job. The last one is that side leg raiser. Hands to the temples. I'm using this leg next time. Make sure you do the opposite leg. Here we go. So lift. So if you want to alternate with a toe tap in the middle, you can, and then maybe iron out those toe taps. Challenge yourself, focus on your core, keep your body nice and upright. You're getting into those hip sockets, using those outer leg muscles, but with a balanced challenge as well. Great. Okay, this is our last exercise. Let's make it worthwhile. Challenge it. You've done amazingly. And we've got the excitement of day 4 tomorrow. Lovely. Let's have a breather. Oh, it's warm now. Whew. Okay, so make sure you have a little cool down. Maybe do a couple of those exercises slower and lower, and stretch before you finish. Keep hydrated. Oh, be quiet now. And I'll see you at day 4. Thanks for watching. Bye. Oh, did I say subscribe to my channel? On here, subscribe. Fabulous. Thank you very much. Cheers. See you again.